Let's go. Let's go.
You are about to experience the uncensored conversations, stimulating wit, and the thought-provoking wisdom. Bold, raw, and uncut. Right now, on the Lance Scurv Show.
I want to say thank you for all of the support. Thank you for all of the love shared. Thank you for all of the phone calls and emails that you have been shooting our way. It brings tears to my eyes. Literally, tears to my eyes. And this is nothing fake. It's sincere. The phone calls that I'm getting in the middle of the night, early in the morning, I'm trying to catch as much of them as I possibly can because it fuels me. It validates what I see. And to see that other people see what you see, and to know that you're not crazy. But let me tell you from my point of view, as a person who runs this YouTube channel and all these other social media platforms, websites, different things like that, I have a unique point of view, and I just want to validate something inside of you. You're not crazy. You're not crazy for wanting to get the hell up on out of this place. Even if you choose to remain here, you're not crazy for wanting to separate from this toxic environment that we live in. We can't even get along with some of our own family members or friends that we've known for a long time because we've outgrown them that way. They don't see what we see, and there's a sense of urgency on the inside of you that separates you. You don't want to eat these foods anymore, which you cannot even classify as foods. You don't want to waste your time with what most people consider entertainment because it entertains nothing positive in your core. You crave other things. You crave to be alone, away from the foolishness. And from my point of view, I can guarantee and tell you there's an uprising right now going on across the planet. Everything in nature seeks balance. Everything in nature is about balance. Everything that virus of the planet has brought was nothing but death, domination, and destruction, and brings the planet out of balance. Yes, we've been tricked for a little while. We've been tricked to think that he was the one who manifested all of this. We were tricked to think that something special about this white man, that he just knows he's the savior. Now, I didn't always think this, but I can see how we've been hoodwinked into thinking that. And we don't go beyond anything that he doesn't approve of. And we seek validation from him before we make a move. If he doesn't give us the permission, we don't do it. What kind of mentality is that? We are the original people. We're the ones who created everything. And mind you, we have a creator and we can create. What does that tell you? That we're part of the creator. We're an extension of him. And the evil forces hate the good forces and want to destroy the good forces. But the evil forces are a leech. They can't live on their own. They don't really want to truly kill you off, because to kill you off, they die. They don't create nothing. They steal, they rob, they copy, they emulate. You, black man and woman, you. So what are you walking around here with your head down and acting like you don't add nothing to the human family? Notice I said the human family, Hugh. If you don't know what that first syllable in human means, look it up. H-U-E, hue, having color. So look at the virus of this planet. They don't do or bring anything. They come empty-handed. They're like that person who always shows up at the party where you say, hey, bring a dish, bring something, and they don't bring anything. They're like that friend or frenemy that goes out with you to an expensive restaurant, and when it's time to pay, I don't have any money. He's a leech. and in their media that they control, that we suck from wholeheartedly. Our world and our mind is designed and the perimeters are set by what we see on that television set, television. And that's as far as we go. People are taking over countries. Asians are going into the motherland where we should go. And they're going over there and conquering and subduing the land. And yes, many of our leaders over there on the political level are selling out, but they're going over there brazen, looking at you as an African, as a stolen African, knowing what your motherland looks like. And you don't have a clue. And many of us so foolishly say, I don't want nothing to do with Africa. I ain't got nothing over there with the mud huts. I see it on TV all the time, and them flies and the hunger. I won't be over there with that. That's what they show you. And if they are that in certain areas, why are they like that? That same one you're in bed with over here in America, in the UK, in Jamaica, wherever you are, that oppressor who you look up to is robbing your source. Where is our land? We're not talking about that little property you got. I got a couple acres down south. Their planes can fly over it and drop a bomb. They can eminent domain you, whatever have you. Where is our country? I say, I'm not going over there. I don't know anything about over there. Well, they control over here. They don't want you to have any control. And for those who say they have nothing over there, what in the hell do you have over here? Really, what do you have over here? What resources that you have that can sustain you for generations on end? But they're going over there and stealing it, and you're paying for it when they should be paying you for it. Or just shut them out. Don't even give it to them. Use it for yourself. Let them go back to where they came from. And they love to tell you, oh, go back to where you came from. Well, where the hell did they come from? And there's more of us on the planet than them. We got the minority, the world minority, ruling the world majority. Ain't that a damn? How smart are you? And you push your chest out. I'm an American. You're a stolen African, brought over to America. And even if you weren't stolen, and I came here on my own free will. Well, you willingly jumped into the garbage can. So what does that say about you? So you looking at me funny because I know what I'm in and I want to get out of it, but you willingly jump in it and push your chest out, fool. How does that look? But you're not crazy. There's an awakening. The amount of people, 85% of the people who call me have a desire to go back to the motherland. Oh, when I get over there. Oh, when I get over there. One day when I get over there. One day soon. You told me to go back to Africa? Yes. Don't use that reverse psychology on me because you're saying that, but you're the ones filling up the planes going over there. Becky, the land is cheap. There is beautiful scenery and there's actual resources on the land. But you say that to us and you put these pictures up on the TV and you turn us away from that because you know it's good over there and you don't have no damn control over there like you do over here. So that's where I want to go. And they love to tell you, oh, we have an enemy. That's our enemy. No, any enemy of your oppressor is a friend of mine. So you have to think this. If the one who doesn't love you, if the one who that hangs you, oppresses you, exploits you, uses you, especially on these jobs, using you for all your expertise, and you train the person who's going to be your supervisor a year from now, and they don't know jack, and they still got to come back to you to ask for something, but they're looking stupid when it's time for a raise. Aren't you sick of this? Aren't you sick of the psychic attacks that you have to go through when you just walk into a room with your enemy? And they give you this stupid Colgate smile, and you know good and damn well that they don't mean it. They can't live with you and they can't live without you. Stop giving yourself up to somebody who doesn't love you. Like a woman who may have low self-esteem and gives herself up to a man because that's all I have to offer. No, you have a lot more to offer than just your body. You have a lot more black man or woman across the world to offer than just what they want to take from you to use you as a tool. There's an awakening. Run with it. They're destroying us on so many different levels, and I'm going to keep on saying it over and over and over and over again. We're crying about being shot down by the police, yes, and we need to react and deal with that. But we have McDonald's, Burger King, KFC, all the Wendy's in our neighborhood, these drug stores. You walk past the plants that are put on the earth to heal you. And then you go and pay for a drug that's only going to hide the symptoms. No drug cures anybody. It just hides the symptoms. You can take a painkiller. Your body's screaming at you to say, hey, there's pain here because there's something wrong, and you don't want to hear the voice. So you go on ignoring the signal of pain, which is a friend of yours. Pain is your friend. I'm letting you know. It's like a fire in your house and the alarm goes off. What do? Get up, you smell the smoke, but you go on and cut the alarm off and go back to bed? Well, you fried, you dead, you gone. Everything in nature is there for you, but somebody did not like that relationship that you as the original human has with your creator and wanted to get in on that and profit, and they're jealous of you and your high spiritual vibration because they cannot go there. They can fake it, they can act like it, they can go through the motions, but they have no connection. Like a woman faking an orgasm. How was it, honey? Oh, it was just so good. But she's really looking at this bank account. I'm not demonizing my sisters because that works both ways. But if they loved you, why would we be in this condition that we're in? You're not crazy for feeling the way you do. You're not crazy for wanting to get on up out of this place and getting away from them. I don't even want to feel their vibrations near me. Let me be free. And I'm not asking you. I'm taking it. At this point in my life, I've lived so long, I already see what it is. I wish I came into this realization half a lifetime ago, most of my life. But we're born in a crooked container, so you can't fault yourself. We're born and handed a deck that we have to figure out. That deck that we got to figure out and win this game called life. And Mrs. Scurv just walked through the door, and I'm going to have her join me, even though she's on the phone. But the bottom line is, there is an awakening, and we must heed the call. We don't need to be eating these foods that are fake foods. We don't need to be around these people that mean nothing to us. The people who are around us now who are not real, they're fake. You got to understand that, and they will fall off. If you want to hold on to them, understand that you're going to lose your way on your journey. They're going to fall off like a useless husk with no meaning at all. And don't worry about the agents. Don't worry about them. You already know who they are. Let them stay. Let them study the God force inside of you. And as you rise up and you're looking them in the eye and they can't go any higher and they realize they're going to have to come and tell you, well, you know I was sent. Or one day you'll never hear from them again. And their so-called great works that were really paper thin and had no meaning. They were probably looking for profit or just to get paid. That's pretty much what it is. Don't worry about it, what's around you. You know where you're going. You're at the red light. There's two cars, one on one side, one on the other. You're at that same point in time at that moment. But guess what? When you move off, in about 5 minutes, you all will be miles apart from each other because you all have your own direction. You have to think for yourself, but understand you're not crazy. You're not crazy for not wanting to go to their hospitals because you felt that this was a death trap. The gloom and the spirit. When you go to a hospital, is it a happy place? No. You're feeling something. There's something going on there. It's not about healing. When you go to these churches, is it really a happy place when they're putting these rituals on you? And you're subjecting yourself to what they put out because you're told this is the right way to go. Because that was handed to you from birth. Trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. It will never work. And we're in pain. Singing these hymns next to people who are so toxic and they got their head in the sand when it comes to truth. I was looking at one of the comments. I forgot the name, but words have a lot of weight. Stop using that word diaspora to try to sound intelligent. Every other sentence, diaspora, diaspora. It does not make you sound smart. It's a word that we use, but why do I say that? Diaspora. 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 Every time we say that word, we're calling down from the Creator in the universe. We want to die as poor, and you will stay right there. Instead of talking about the damn diaspora, get out in the damn diaspora. Get out and do something. Like I said, I don't do this to look impressive on YouTube. This is a snippet of what we do in life. This is not some internet creation to usurp money from people. And for those who have donated, I appreciate it. Because I'm going to go right and get the best equipment and take my time and use it for what I need to use it for, so I can do this not once a week, not once a month, or just to appear a certain way, but every day of my life. People can tell you that I was up late last night. I was up early this morning on the phone. Most of my talking is not on a show. All right? So we live this way. We walk this walk, and we talk this talk. But you're not crazy for wanting to leave this place. There's nothing here for us. The actual soil didn't do anything for us, but you got to understand, we have to be where we are electromagnetically superior. Sister Cheryl, I just got off the phone with you. And you were saying how where you are, you're not getting the sun that you need. We're people of the sun. But we're told to worship the sun, that white Jesus. That's what we're told to worship. And with half of them people in there so much in church, they're pale. No life in them. Last time they put their hands in the soil, they couldn't tell you. The things that we need for life, we're not getting. And for those of us who are waking up and understanding that we're living in a substitute existence, you're not crazy. Need to give up our lust for these trinkets that this white man puts out there for us. Reject everything about him and go back to where you know you have to go. And we have to show each other the unconditional love. That's the only way we're going to make it. But we see the value in that dollar, which has no value at all, but we don't see the value in each other. And if you have a lust for that artificial thing called money, and it rules you, and you're materialistic, there's no way you can be good for the movement. There's no way that you can be truly awakened. Yes, I see pretty things and nice looking things. I'm not against it, but there's got to be balance, because we understand that nature is balance. So if you're so caught up in this world and, well, yes, I am the president of this company and I have this position and yes, and what, and that's all you're about, and you're not doing something for your people, something's wrong with you, and you're an agent. And I hate to put too much energy toward those, but 1 out of every 3 people around you, especially in the state of Florida, is an agent. Being an agent doesn't mean you're somebody walking around looking like the Men in Black. You could be that woman who needs a few extra food stamps or a little bit more money on that Walmart card, or part of your rent paid off. And they will do that for you to get up around this person and get information and get up around them and get some intel and get their connections and get up in their house. 1 out of every 3. That was told to me by somebody very reputable. So get the picture of agent out of your mind as far as the Men in Black and wearing these suits and all this high-tech stuff. They are regular people around you. Neighbors, fake friends. People in your family can be co-opted because of their lust for the things of this world. So you got to be very careful and move airtight. Hell, I got to check myself every now and then to make sure I haven't been co-opted and become an agent on myself. Because that can happen. We get so caught up with fame. We get so caught up with being seen. We get so caught up with a couple of the extra trinkets that we think we deserve after the hard work. Just give me the hard work. My rest is my reward. My rest, and to see my people around me growing and thriving. It's such a joyous feeling when I get a phone call from somebody who understands it. And we can connect with each other. And that's what we need to do. We're a nation without a country, meaning that those of us who were stolen and brought here and nothing co-opted. We need to have our own country. And we do. We have the motherland, many countries on a continent. But we need to form a country of like-minded people. We need to go collectively and get an island off the motherland or a part of that and really come together. We're not talking a cult. We're not talking whatever, because those of you who would say that, you're already in one. The cult of Christianity, who gives you just enough energy or motivation to come back 5 or 6 days and you got to go back, but you're getting nothing. And you live 50 and 60 and 70 years and realize that you made a big mistake, that you don't feel in balance with nature and the world around you. The older you get, the more you should be able to have figured life out and the more joyous you should be in your heart. But most of us are walking around beat down, disgruntled, grumpy. We don't have that childlike enthusiasm for life, which I have now. You know that feeling you had when you had to do chores, but you had to go out and before you go out and play with your friends and you hurried up and got them chores done. Well, that's the way I feel right now in America. I'm trying to hurry up and get my chores done so I can go where I want to go. Let this place go to hell. Let this sit, and I mean the system. This system is not made for you. You're swimming upstream for what? To go to the top of whatever area of expertise you have, only to realize that you're just considered another nigger. Who wants that? You want to live somewhere where you're loved. You want to live somewhere where you can leave your door open. You want to live somewhere where you can go next door and bring some fruit and some mangoes and sit down on the porch and laugh and talk. You want to throw on your T-shirt. So what if it's not a name brand? That's like two slaves bragging about which master they have. Well, my master got more money than your master. Oh, you got a Toyota Corolla. I got a Benz. Ain't none of it come from you. Create something with your hands. Create something that your people need, that you can put love into it and they can get a higher vibration for it, or from it rather. But we're so screwed up, and I'm going to come up with the codes soon. I'm going to be writing them out today in my mind, what we need to do to be on code. Everybody else is on code except us. We got to define what that is. This will be the Willie Lynch letter for black liberation that the enemy would consider a Willie Lynch letter on how to undo what Willie Lynch did, because ever since I was born, I've been feeling the effects of that. Now, I'm not going to argue if it's real or it's not. But you know what? The minute I see Willie Lynch in person, I'm going to bust him in his mouth.
Make sure to check out the boldest blog at lancescurv.com and follow Scurv on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube under Lance Scurv.